Hello.
Hello world.
Print. Hello
Can I
world.
have a list? That's that. I'm not a fan of this. Flashlight. Oh, indeed. We got comments rolling in, but I definitely don't think I could read it from there.
No, we definitely cannot read that far.
Yeah.
You would need incredible vision.
So,
And seeing highs and hellos, I can read
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
saw a yo, I think.
yeah, maybe. We talked about that one just above the high.
Yeah. I see a blue name.
Mm-hmm. What's the blue name mean?
Mod.
Oh, that's great. Stream's already practically running itself.
Yeah. Maybe we can move in a little bit. Possibly.
Let's give it a gander then.
You can just read a little bit.
Why do you smoke?
Uh-oh.
The camera's going down slowly. There we go. Yeah, so why do you smoke?
Because I do.
Yeah, fair enough. So, anything interesting happened in the news lately or anything?
Anything interesting in the news?
Yeah, I haven't been keeping my nose to it. Past few days it's been too nice that I've been outside.
Yeah, I haven't really kept up with it much either.
Yeah. Yeah. Get better quality. Yo, you just got called out.
Give me some money then.
Yeah, for
You
real.
want better quality?
Yeah.
Buy me a better camera. Things cost money.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way this world goes around. What do you even have in a stream if you didn't pay what you pay for that, you know?
I know.
Like, yeah.
Also, internet connection. Oh, is it bad connection?
Oh, are you
should've-
off my Wi-Fi?
No, I should be though. I
Okay,
feel like
well
it'd
then,
be
yeah,
better.
yeah, because I can connect to it walking
Do you
all
know
the way
what
down
the
the street.
password is?
Yeah.
On the top of your head?
Yes.
Okay. Let me connect to it real quick.
We can do that while we're in it.
Huh?
We
Yeah.
can- oh,
Yeah, it might cut out for a minute, but we can.
Okay. Would it be too much of a problem to try and drop the stream,
Yes.
reconnect, and then relaunch the stream?
Yeah, it would, because it would waste a notification.
That's fair.
We already lost 25 people just
Yeah,
from
just doing that.
we already lost like 20 people just trying to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Sorry, guys. It's something that we should have thought of in advance.
Yeah.
It just spur of the moment really happens. So.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not that bad.
I'll pop on and find out.
Yeah, since I got 4G full bars, it shouldn't be that bad.
Is this the awkward part where you find out that I'm not subscribed to your second channel? What was it called again?
Truth Uncut.
Yep. Yep. I'll find out. I might be. Yep, I'm subscribed. There we are. Check in and see how it's going.
See?
Looks pretty good on my end.
Oh yeah, it looks fine. Come on. What's wrong with some good 480p?
Yeah.
I mean, it is lagged out right now, but that might just be your phone.
Yeah, it might indeed.
$50K steps again? That's not happening anytime soon.
You're on steps, huh? You have steps on live stream?
Yeah, I did 50,000 steps one time in a day, and it was brutal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd imagine. I definitely wouldn't want to take. What'd you say?
50,000.
50,000. I was gonna say fine.
Well, supposedly for a healthy day, you should have at least 10,000.
Oh, so you're like trying to get back some steps that you didn't take.
Well, no, it was just a challenge.
Oh, well, challenge completed. That's very much how I felt about the challenge that I issued of shooting the cigarette. You know, complete that shit. Am I allowed to smoke
Yeah, sure.
I didn't know. The wind was That's just
Yeah, it's very windy. It's nice though.
it's plenty hot enough that the wind is more than welcome. I wouldn't even call it hot, honestly. I'd call it pleasant. Like perfectly tempered. Not at all like mom's food. I don't know why, but I love that meme.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Indeed, he is doing good. See a pupper in the camera. You just gotta look at his
Thor.
face there.
Come here.
Yeah, put your head up. There you go.
Say hello to the viewers, Thor.
Thor, what's that?
Thor,
Thor, what's that? Over there.
Yeah, there you
Knock
go.
it over. Alright. Get your butt out of the camera. Thor, come here. Move up. Yep. There we go. Get yourself turned around there. Get it all turned around. Come on this way. Go out this way. There you go.
Come on, Thor, you gotta be part of the show.
Yeah. Say hi. Say hi, doggo. Oh, no. He's more interested in my face. He's not interested in the camera. That's his butt. Let's get that out of there. Look at that way. What's that way? Oh, don't hit the camera. Don't hit the camera. Yeah. Go play with your ball. Go play with your ball. Yep. There it is. Yep. You got the ball. All right. Well, that was Thor. Know him by name. You all right?
Yeah.
You look like you're waiting to go use the restroom or something, or like waiting at like a DMV, like tapping the armrest to that release of oxygen. So yeah. Is it cool? Can we continue to talk about guns on this?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, so I don't know, I'm pretty sure I told you about it. I think it's called the FK Bruno, something or other.
Yeah.
The 7.5 millimeter. I don't know how recent it is to the American market, because I know that it started its life European market. It's like you know how I'm always telling you, like stock pistols and then like carbine pistols and the difference there. It's supposed to be a comparable non-stocked pistol with the chambering capacity out of a 3-point-something inch barrel of a carbine's ballistics. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know how when you put the denim and then the ballistics layer, the gelatin, the skin simulant, and all that nonsense to shoot it, the testing range, it's supposed to be able to mimic ballistics of a carbine, but be a concealable, carryable pistol.
Okay.
You know? Now, I believe that this manufactured round was actually used originally for carbines, but it's a weird thing to see it used in a handgun like that, And it's an even weirder concept to me to be like, all right, so we want to make a carbine-like pistol, but we're going to, again, we want to make it a concealable thing.
Right.
You know, we want it to be stockless. Like, and it's weird to me that they found the answer to that in an actual cartridge that they used, rather than like, you know, some sort of weird, you know, frame or rail system or whatever. Like, you know, the Desert Eagle messed around with recoil compensation, right? Like maybe something along that lines is what I was thinking about, to try and get carbine ballistics, but it was literally, I think it's identical to most handguns, other than the simple fact of the cartridge. You know, it's more like a 5.7, but like a 5.7 on steroids. You know, and like I don't even know if it goes as fast as the 5.7 does, but that's where I devote to the Czech Republic, I believe it's called now. That's the ones that I believe manufactured it. I know I had mentioned it to my father, and all I had gotten from him was a holy shit. Just when I said 7.5 millimeter. So like, I don't know. Me as a novice, I don't know necessarily like 10 millimeter. If we have 10 millimeter handguns, so like, what's so big about a 7.5 millimeter?
I mean, not to mention not most common, but a very common 9mm.
Right. Yeah, that's why I was so blown back by it. But it was later I researched and found out that 7.5 millimeter had already been manufactured for carbines, like long guns.
Right.
You know, rifled, stocked, you know, has a choke point, like 3 points of contact, so you can control it properly. I don't know. I'm very interested to see it though. Unfortunately, the only way I've been able to view it is by, there was a tour of the actual manufacturing facility that I found on YouTube. You might be able to find it still. And, you know, just random bubbas, you know, doing their YouTube gun channel things. Like, how many watermelons? Like, well, we're gonna find out. I'll be more than entertained to watch that. Yeah. Just because it's not so scientific doesn't mean it's not fun.
Right.
You know? Are we allowed to talk about other YouTube channels here?
Yeah, of course.
Do you watch Kentucky Ballistic?
No.
Alright, so he's one of those random guys that are out there doing their gun YouTube channel stuff. Now, you hear a lot of stories of gun channels that just do something stupid, like hold a dictionary in front of them and they have an accident with a Desert Eagle. But this guy,
It's a phone book, but yeah.
whatever, this guy was so unfortunate. Like,
Oh, you're talking about the guy whose gun exploded in his hand with 50 cal?
yes,
Yeah.
so you saw it. He was so unfortunate and so fortunate to be who he was, because anybody else, I really do think, I'll say this right here, I think a lesser man would have died. Like I really do.
Well, you know what saved him?
Was the
which
thumb.
is, well,
He
not-
stuck the thumb in it.
not just that, but what saved him really was being with another person.
Right.
That's
No,
why
no, absolutely.
anytime you're out doing shit like that, you should always have another person with you.
I agree 100%, and it goes beyond that. Like, you should never go to the range alone. You should really never go anywhere alone when you're having a gun. Like, even if you are concealed carrying, like, you can, obviously. Like, you are your own individual person, but, like, just say you get blindsided, sucker punched, you know, and just, you go down, the first one, you're knocked out, but you come to, and now some random dude that you don't even know who just punched you has your gun.
Yeah.
That's just why you should always, when you're handling guns, be in a team of two at least, you know? So, like, somebody sees something, somebody knows what's going on, and there's somebody else to handle the situation, should unforeseen events happen. And you look at me strange like that, but there has been obviously reported incidents of people trying to steal other people's guns.
Well, of course.
Because what's better than, your own gun that you went out and bought? Somebody else's that you didn't pay anything for.
Yeah.
That's how a criminal
doesn't
thinks.
and that doesn't track back to you.
Right, that's how a criminal thinks. So, yeah, it's best to just always try and keep two sets of eyes around guns, in my opinion. But regardless, getting back to the conversation, dude, I think I watched this video, and I think if I remember correctly, he said something about the gun manufacturer said that it had to be upwards over 80,000 inside that chamber, as far as pressure rating goes.
Yeah.
To be able to shear those threads that went on the back of it. And then obviously, once that was happening, those ears were just going to shear off anyway. Like once you go so far that happens, those are going to fail anyway. And that was what ended up getting him. One of those things ended up getting him in the neck, and he just fucking handled it like a champ. Like, did you see the playback? It wasn't super like bloody and visceral, like squirt factor. So he actually could play it on YouTube. He just couldn't show all of it because naturally, when you get harmed like that, a lot of blood does come out fast.
Yeah.
The dude, oh my god. Straight out to that guy. I know how you are, so straight out to God. Thank you. That was very fortunate for him. Like a super horrible event, but he survived it. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying it's fortunate. He really could have died. That literally could have been the last video that he ever made, and it wouldn't have even been able to be uploaded.
Right.
None of it. Like, I mean, maybe actually some of it up until the part where he died, but like at that point, who the hell cares? The family's grieving and mourning a loss. Like,
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, who cares about the next Kentucky Ballistics episode when we're a community mourning the loss of this person making these videos? But I don't know if you saw, he did like the classic casting out with still getting on the horse and riding. It wasn't with his broken hand, it was with his good hand, but he shot a couple of rounds off. So, he's not that bad off. Took it like a fucking champ. It's like a pipe bomb, basically, right?
Yeah.
And he got a front row seat to a pipe bomb. That's just yikes. Imagine. I would have died. I almost can guarantee I probably would have died. That shit would have gone like, yep. What's the death sound from Half-Life 2? The fucking beeping and like the flatline.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that from Half-Life 2?
I don't know.
I think it beeps and then flatlines for you. Like, beep! Just fucking ragdoll to the ground. Jesus Christ, man. It's just how, dude. How does one truly get that close to God? Like in that moment, I guarantee you, like the gun went off, everything froze, and God just and then whoosh, everything happened. You went to the hospital, everything was fine. Like, don't know how, but like, good paramedics, good luck.
Yeah.
That's what everybody else would chalk it up to. Damn, dude. That's fucked. So yeah. Sorry, I just had to get that out. That's a crazy fucking story. Dude, literally. And he shot that gun before, like, a bunch of times, like, and he shot slap rounds before a bunch of times.
What's the code?
Underneath the metal thing, behind the door.
Oh, I see, okay. Just hang out.
Yeah. That being said,
It's good that they get along.
yeah, it's great. That being said, she used to be
It's the FBI.
Yeah, I heard us talk about Kentucky ballistics. They're like, they know too much. Yeah, it's freaking crazy though. I feel like that guy should get a medal or something, dude. Like, I don't know what he did in that moment, but like, he deserves a medal of some kind. It wasn't a war, so it can't be a war medal. He didn't die, so it can't be a Darwin Award. But he deserves a medal of some sort. Oh, we got a spider trying to find the source. It's like, oh, nope,
Damn it.
nope,
Oh,
not fucking with that.
he'll live to see another day. Oh, no, he won't. Oh, man.
This spider dude, now he's just coming out here guerrilla warfare style, getting red back.
What are we talking about? Nothing.
Talking about a great, nice, awesome day. Talking about our topic. I threw one. Don't make me do all the work. Is that why you invite me to these streams? You want me to do all the work? Oh yeah, eyebrow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Come on.
Alright. I was telling them earlier and yesterday
Yeah, get on with it.
some very depressing facts about women. Did you know? Yes. These statistics will make you want to.
Oh, no.
Did you know that 80% of women only find the top 20% of men to be attractive mix? 80%. 80%. They only find the top 20% attractive. You know what that means, right? That means 80% of men have to fight over the remaining 20%. It's very depressing facts. Very depressing facts. And that's backed by science.
Okay.
There's studies done on it, for real.
Okay.
It was, you know, OkCupid, the dating app? They pooled all of their anonymized data to get that statistic.
Nice.
So that's literally millions of people. So it's very
looking
accurate.
straight into the inky black heart of the most dangerous
Yeah.
creature on this face of the earth. Women.
That's like that's millions of data points there. That's way more than you'll get from most
Yeah.
scientific studies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Because nobody wants to partake in scientific studies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what these women want. Am I allowed to say it?
Depends on what you're about to say.
Yeah, exactly.
I can think of a few things that you shouldn't say.
Right. So, guys, it was gonna be money.
And then there's one that's even more depressing.
I'm listening.
I can't completely say it, but use your imagination. You'll be able to know what I'm talking about. This is another one backed by science. Over 60% of women have fantasies about being dominated in a non-consensual way.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a tough one, dude.
That is a very tough one.
That's a tough one
Well-
to swallow.
Can we be honest though? Can we talk about the other statistics? You know, the dynamic family statistic kind. You know, it's
Be real careful with what you say.
yeah. Well, I just
Gotta be real
Certain-
careful with what statistics you throw out there.
certain statistics will show a group of disconjointed daughter and father relationships.
Yes.
That
Yeah, it's
that
not good.
stem very far into the process, which might contribute to some certain things.
It's just, that's so, oh man, that's so black pilling to know.
Yeah, it's just like walking out and be like, "Hi, Dad, how was work?"
It's just, think about how blackpilling that is to know that, you know, if you have a girlfriend, you have a crush, you have someone you're interested in, a woman you're interested in, there's an over 50%. So technicality, there's most of the time they have fantasies of
Right.
you know,
Not as if, yeah.
more than half the time. There's a good chance that they have those fantasies. That's not good.
No. That's
That's
very
not
bad.
good.
That's super bad. Ugh. It's a great topic though, because science.
Yeah, science.
Yeah.
It's science.
Yeah, you can't.
These are real studies. I just want to make it clear for the audience. These are real studies that you can verify. Look them up. Look up OkCupids. 80% of women, 20% of men. These are real, actual, legitimate studies that have been done. These are scientific studies. Okay. Look up the studies on women and their, fantasies. I don't want to say the word because that's an immediate red flag by the bots.
Right.
But just do your research. Look it up, Google it, read the studies for yourself. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah. Would this face lie to you? He's got truth in his name.
Yeah. I also have lies in my name.
That's true. Yeah, let's just look at the first part there. Just crop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically this is truth uncut. So.
Yeah. Right.
So it's
See,
nothing
it's
but truth.
it's the uncut truth.
Yo, we should actually do that.
Wow.
Rather than anything being debunked on this channel, we should never debunk anything on this channel. So that way you're not technically talking about anything. You know? No, you don't like that. Well, I was about to say, you can always start other things for debunking. I personally want to. I want to get into it. Once I actually get something like a PC to really be able to sit there and devote time to proper sources. Having managed multiple tasks at once and be able to cross-reference and stuff.
Right.
Because it's just so hard to do it on a mobile device.
Very hard. Very hard.
That being said, yeah, no, that's a statistic.
Dude, it's so depressing to think of.
And you know what's really funny is that, like, I can kind of verify that through our statistics. Like, I don't have large numbers, but if you were to approximate small numbers into the
If you were to approximate anecdotals to the overall
right, exactly.
science of it.
Right. No, it actually strikes pretty close to home.
Yeah.
Like,
it's very depressing things to think of. Another depressing fact. Again, you can Google this, you can research this.
lemmings commit suicide?
No. I don't think they do. I think that was a Disney hoax.
I'm pretty sure lemmings, like, basically ritually, like,
No, I'm thinking of badgers.
Lemmings, they purge themselves off the cliff because, like, the population gets too big.
No.
They, like, literally, they just can't fit.
No, I know what you're talking about. That's one of Disney's dark secrets. They were actually pushing them off the cliff.
No, I'm talking about, like, lemmings. Like, the actual rodents that, the cliff residing rodents that...
Maybe there's some deep, dark, like, Disney secret
Let's just...
where, there was some animal that they were saying, like, commit suicide or whatever, some documentary.
Lemmings
And then it turns out
being
they were just
pushed off
pushing them
cliffs.
off the cliff.
Wildly popular misconception that they are
So it's a misconception.
driven to commit mass suicide when they migrate by jumping off cliffs. It
See?
is not a deliberate mass suicide in which the
Oh.
animals voluntarily choose
So
to
they're
die,
just
but
dumb.
rather the result of migrational behavior.
So they're just dumb then.
That's why it's the survival skills of a lemming.
Okay.
That's why the
No,
joke.
there's an actual thing. It might have been badgers, but
Yeah,
there was
I don't know.
there was this big Disney conspiracy where they had like this documentary or whatever way back in the day of like some animal. I don't think it was lemmings. I think it might have been like badgers, and they were jumping off cliffs to kill themselves. And
That it was just
come
people
come to
pushing
come
them
to
off.
find out, they were being led off the cliff, specifically for the footage.
Yeah. That happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, as
Gotta
I was
break a
saying,
couple legs to make a
to bring it back to another depressing statistic,
Okay.
since 1990 to now, the rate of women infidelity has increased by 40%.
Alright, so wait, run that by me again.
Since 1990
1990.
to now, the rate of women infidelity, meaning cheating on you, has
okay.
raised by 40%, while men have stayed the same.
Can we also ask what population was raised by 40%? Just saying, guys. Maybe you look at some statistics. Well, no, I was just joking. I don't know. I don't know anything connected to that.
No, I don't.
But it would have been funny
It
though.
was just funny though.
Yeah, it's a good laugh. That being said, Thor, come over here. How are you doing? You're about to lay down and get comfy. That being said, I believe it. I believe it because the current culture and the way that things are going now, it's like almost common ground for things like polygamy and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like,
I hate that.
I mean, I don't necessarily hate it. You all can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I hate it.
I mean,
I have a deep-rooted hatred for
well,
polygamy.
You just gotta look at it from this way. You just gotta look at it from this way. Right? Now, the world is a very large place, right? You feel how you feel about it.
I think everyone that thinks differently should be lined up on a wall. And
How compelling, face the wall.
And dance. I mean, I don't know what you were
line
thinking.
Dance. Line dance.
Yeah, just line dancing.
But you have to face the wall. Anyway. No, polygamy is not necessarily it's not necessarily how do you say, under the radar or anything.
We have a society and a culture that promotes these degenerative acts. Oh yes, go cheat on your man. Go start an OnlyFans. Pour yourself out for money. It's your body.
Right.
Woman empowerment.
Yes, women empowerment, so yes.
Woo!
Yes.
Let's
No, I
make
don't
money
agree with
off
that.
of it.
I don't
It's
agree with that.
awful.
Did you hear about the Cash Me Outside girl?
Yes.
Yo, the fucking... That's right there. That's one of my reasons. Because tell me it's not just a little bit weird that you had, like, what was it, like $2-point-something million worth of people literally lined up waiting for somebody to turn 18?
Yes, that's
like,
sick.
what the fuck?
That's sick.
Yeah, who is running this? Oh, wait, that's right. It's Joe Biden. Like, now it makes sense. Right, like, How is that a thing? How? How in God's name? And it's encouraged.
It's
It
encouraged.
is encouraged.
You know what? I was saying this earlier. Every time I read a story, like an article of like some like nurse or teacher who like their employer found out about their OnlyFans and they got fired, and everyone's like, "Oh no, that's so terrible." I laugh. I sit there and I read the article. I'm like, yes, yes.
Right? Woman empowerment. You lose your job for doing the thing that they empowered you to do.
They like literally like the culture of today promotes such bad things to make it seem okay. Like fat pride, like being proud of being fat. Dude, I'm fat. I'm obese. It's unhealthy. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that. But now you see these plus size models, 500 pound models in a G-string and a bikini, like, you know, they're like out to here, dude. They're like 3 times the size of me. Oh yeah, I'm proud to be, I'm proud to be who I am.
To be Satan for a little bit, because I love to play devil's
Which I
advocate.
disavow.
Right, I know. I love devil's
disavow.
advocate, though, but I'm gonna whisper it to you. You can say no to the apple, but hear me out. If you're trying to lose weight and, you know, get healthy, singularly for the fact of you want people to be more attracted to you, or like, you know, it's that fucking, how do you say, OnlyFans and drive. You know, like I want to get on OnlyFans, but I'm overweight, so now I have to go start being bulimic, which is actually more unhealthy for you than it is healthy for you. But
Of course.
you know what'll happen in the long run. They'll realize the nutrients that they're sacrificing gives them some other problems and complications down the road.
Of course.
But that's the thing, is that it's not necessarily to be encouraged to get healthy because you don't like being fat. It's encouraged. It's like how do you say, mental stability.
Right.
You know, if you're not saying I need to get healthy because my body needs proper circulation, my muscles need proper maintenance, you know, my joints need proper lubrication and stuff like that, and being moving and active and breathing helps with these things,
Right.
then it comes down to a lack of mental stability as well in that situation. So I don't necessarily support people that are going out there and dieting on Slim Fast trying to get healthy because they want to get and start an OnlyFans or get on Tinder and get results.
Well, of course, you should be doing it for the right reasons.
Right.
And that being said, being
Devil's advocate
being
still saying,
being anorexic is also obviously bad as well.
being devil's advocate still saying, I slant to you with the aspect of being fat's nothing to be proud of. Being fat's nothing to be ashamed of, but it is something to be corrected before it.
No, I think it is
before-
something to be ashamed of. That's where I disagree. I think it is something to be ashamed of.
All right,
If you
well,
are
listen.
if you are obese, I think you definitely should be ashamed of that. You should be ashamed of that. You should not be content with being unhealthy. You should not be
Okay.
content with being obese. You should be ashamed of that.
Well, I don't necessarily think that being ashamed and being content are synonymous in the way that you're comparing them. Like, for example, I wouldn't necessarily be content with being fat, but I also wouldn't necessarily feel shame in being fat. And the simple fact that, you know, like, well, yeah, it's my body. I know I'm fat. I know I should correct it. If I haven't gotten up and gotten the drive to correct it, that's my own thing, that I might find shame in that and a lack of drive. But again, something that occurs to you, like over a situation, like you subject yourself to it, I don't know. I very don't necessarily fall on the line of being ashamed. Nah, being able to say, oh, he's fat shaming me and get that person in trouble, I see a slippery slope there. So I'm not even going to try and justify anything like versatile as far as like claims. But it's just like the concept. I wouldn't necessarily feel ashamed if I was personally fat, which I do have chub.
Anyway.
I'm not, yeah, exactly. I'm not super far gone. And if I get on it, then I won't get super far gone.
Right.
You know, I know that. But it is what it is.
I don't know. The way I see it, you should feel some form of shame. And honestly, I think we need to bring back public ridicule. We're too far gone in, you know, you're not allowed to say certain things. You're not allowed to shame people. You're not allowed to ridicule people. You know, oh, you can't fat shame.
Unless you're a
you can't
specific-
slut
unless you're a
shame. You
specific
can't
group.
kink shame.
Right.
No. If that woman is an absolute whore, yes, you should shame her. Shame on you, whore. Shame on you for spreading your legs to 30 men. Yes, you should be shamed. If you got someone who is, you know, extremely obese, extremely overweight, yes, shame on you for letting you get to that point. They should be shamed. They should be ridiculed.
Okay. I hear.
I should be ridiculed. I should be shamed.
No, I hear you. But I mean, I don't know. I like to go through with a little bit less of an aggressive nature than that, because I find sometimes you get more with honey than you get with, you know, slapping somebody in the face with shit.
Maybe.
You know, it does get results though. I can't deny that. It does, but it's just varying results, you know?
Right.
The wrong type of person will swing back with shit. You know?
I think we should all strive to be better human beings.
I think what's really important is that we should get to the root disavowing that, like, mind is body, like, spirituality stuff, because it only goes so far. Like, the psyche is a thing. We already know that. We see it by science. There is mental stability, and then there is mental instability. Or instability, sorry. Not instability. Instability. But, when you look at yourself and be like, oh, man, I have, diabetes and I'm missing a leg, but if I just keep on watching this VHS tape that says it's all in my mind, everything will be fine. We need to disavow those people. We need to educate those people properly and get them seeking the proper medical scientific help that that mind control scheme stuff just isn't gonna do. Maybe it can help you with insecurities and other mental stability issues. But when it comes down to physical, like when people look at you and try and say that there's a physical line that your mental stability can affect, it only goes so far. Like, for example, your mental stability can help regulate your sleeping habits, which does affect you physically. But your mental stability is never going to help you walk again.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Of course. Now transitioning into sleeping.
I'm listening.
Lately I've had trouble sleeping. You know what I mean, for a long time now.
Yep.
And I kind of tried to remedy that with, I bought this thing on Amazon, and it's like a headband, but it's got little speakers in here in the sides and a little control panel on the top, and it's very comfy. And you can sleep in it. It doesn't matter what position you sleep. It feels good. It's comfortable.
Yep.
And I've been putting on, for me personally, I've been putting on Bible audiobooks. But I mean, anything that you could use, to help yourself get to sleep. I swear by it. It works great. It works great for me. I mean, it's nice. You lay down, close your eyes, and you got, whatever soothing thing you have, just going through. It's nice. It's nice. It was only $20 too.
See, it's funny you should mention that, because I've already done that a few times. Like, I fall asleep to many of things. I can literally sleep very comfortable almost anywhere. I can sleep on concrete. I can sleep on a bed. I can sleep on a couch. I can sleep listening to whatever, watching a movie, whatever. Lights on, lights off.
Right.
Total black. Whatever. Any really, I'm very comfortable when it comes down to sleeping. So, literally for just the laws of it, I went to sleep listening to, and I quote, I think the thing on YouTube was called Relaxing Sounds of World War II. It was just a bunch of looped, gunfire, mortar strikes, and...
Right.
Yeah, that's all it was.
And far away, chatter,
Yeah.
I've heard it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just listened to that while sleeping. Didn't really do much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is kind of relaxing.
I've
listened to the track. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'd imagine if I listen to it enough times, I might get one of those nights where, your hearing kind of gets subjected to, so, maybe you might have a dream of being in it and hearing that gunfire.
Well, that's why I like to, that's why I personally, I'm a Christian man. I like using the Bible audiobooks to go to sleep to, because when I sleep, it's like I'm listening to that while I'm sleeping. I feel like it kind of soaks in a little.
Right.
My dreams might be more biblical.
Right. Yeah. You'll predict the next foot. Sorry, I just couldn't resist. But no, I get exactly what you're saying, and I have done that before. I listen to audiobooks typically though, when I'm actually trying to enjoy my time before I fall asleep. Whatever I'm listening to.
Right.
So I really do follow suit with what you're talking about there with the biblical audiobooks. Makes a lot of sense to me. And how much did you say it was?
With the device, it was $20.
$20. That's a steal.
Yeah. The only downside is it's not very loud. But realistically, you don't really want something very loud when you're trying to sleep anyway.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I typically just use my TV and speaker setup.
Well, I mean, I have other people around me, that I don't want to disturb. Taylor can't sleep with anything on.
Right.
You know, if something's on, it just doesn't work.
Oh, wow.
It's the reason why I don't have a TV in my bedroom. I would love to, fall asleep watching TV, watching movies, whatever. She can't do that, though. It doesn't work for her.
Yeah. I never had that problem, but maybe it's a girl thing.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna go take a statistic poll. We won't get many results unless it's a dating app.
Can I take a piss over there?
I mean,
Like, kind of...
I don't know if there's any over there, but if you could find some.
I'll go look.
Alright. Hey, can I grab one of those marbles before you run? You couldn't have even thrown it to me. Do you see that minimum effort just sort of like plopped in? That guy. What is he doing with his life? Hey, Thor. Nope. Hey, come here. Yeah. Hey, Thor. Hey, buddy. What's that over there? What's that over here? Did you just not have enough room? Is that what you got a problem? Hi. Hi, guys. This is the pupper. His name's Thor. You guys weren't here earlier. He's here now. Right. Come on over this way. Let's make room for some. Come on, Dakota. Over here. Yep. Over here, Dakota.
You know what group of people I hate?
Alright, I'm listening.
Roblox developers.
Yeah.
Roblox developers.
Alright.
I had a sponsorship come in from this company, AIM Lab.
Okay.
Okay?
You told me about this.
It was $1,150 I was going to get paid to make a video on the Roblox game AIM Blocks.
And what happened?
What happened? Well, I joined the Discord of AIM Blocks, of this, the Roblox game. It's in collaboration with AIM Lab.
Okay.
And I joined the Discord just to make sure, just to verify that this was a legitimate email. And it was from, a representative from AIM Lab. And you know what happened? You know what happened? Those absolute beta male, soy boy, Roblox developer cucks, they snitched on me. They snitched on me. They're like, oh, wow. As soon as I joined the Discord, they started attacking me. They're like, all I did, I joined, I said, hello. That's it. They started attacking me. Oh, aren't you that sexist YouTuber? Aren't you blah, 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 blah? Insert name here, insert this here. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I'm not, and I don't appreciate you, I don't appreciate you guys saying that about me. Like, no, I'm not. And they're like, oh, yeah, you are. Like, saying all this stuff, bringing up various things that I've said, out of context, whatever. And you know what they did? They contacted AIM Lab, and they got my sponsorship canceled. Absolute beta male cucks. Taking my money. Taking my sponsorship money.
Yeah, and this is a case where you're not necessarily a big A-list celebrity, so you getting canceled actually really affects you.
Yeah.
You don't have many options.
Yeah.
So this is where it comes down to the fact that, I mean, I can feel for you because I'm your friend, but they don't feel any two shits because, they're the ones at top laughing.
Yep.
Laughing down at us, pissing on us, making us slip and fall.
Yep.
Well, that's a great story.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, I can't do that.
What?
Nothing.
Flip them off?
Yeah. Can I?
I don't, yeah.
Fucking developers.
Roblox developers are so soy ingested. They just inject lethal doses of soy, of estrogen.
Yeah. Thor, what do you think about the Roblox developers?
Not all of them, by the way.
He's taking a piss.
That's what he thinks of you. Not all of them, of course. If you're a Roblox developer watching this, I don't mean all of you, but you do have to agree. You do have to admit for some reason, the large majority of Roblox developers are absolutely beta male, effeminate, soy boy. Yeah, honey. Oh, you want to have an OnlyFans? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure.
Alright,
Sure.
You're talking too much like a pupper.
You.
Pupper dog.
Oh, you wanna? Oh, you wanna sleep with that man? But what? But I thought we were. Together. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. Okay, I didn't mean to offend you. Sure, you can sleep with that man. Okay.
I didn't mean
Okay.
to
All right. You can.
question your power.
You can sleep with him. Okay. I'm sorry. Can I watch? Can I watch from the closet? That's how most of them are.
Well, no, he actually has to record it for the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. It's got the what is it, the Snapchat thing with the crying laughing emojis. Like, made my boyfriend record it. Come here, Thor. That's a good shot of him. Yeah, I know.
So you wouldn't let your woman have an OnlyFans, would you?
Oh, definitely not. He's a classy man, and he expects a classy broad. You know, some elegance, diplomatic nature. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. But hey, you know, if you think it's powerful to take your clothes off for money, it's for simply the enjoyment of men and the satisfaction of mainly men.
Yeah.
You know, hey, you know, you're king of showing yourself as a piece of meat.
Yeah. You are the number one of the worthless people.
I personally prefer a girl in a sundress. You know, says I'm here to party, maybe get my feet wet, but you know, I'm a classy broad, not on the first date.
Wait until you're married, kids. I'm
For
a
real.
hypocrite, but
For real, yeah, no, but you're saying because you wish you did.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. I also am agreeing because I mean, why not? You know, looking back on it, wasn't even that great anyway.
exactly.
You know, might as well have waited. Had something worthy of respect.
Yeah. Respect yourself.
That's the big
Respect
thing.
yourself.
Respect
For
yourself,
real.
right?
Really
That's where
respect
it all-
yourself.
That's where remember what I was talking about, the mental stability thing?
Yeah.
You know, like, I wouldn't necessarily consider myself
If-
mentally
if-
stable, but
Yeah,
I'm
if
trying
you're
to be
whoring
respectful
yourself
of
out
myself.
for money, or if you're letting your woman whore themselves out for money, you're not. You're not respecting
Well,
yourself.
he has no right over his woman, but he definitely shouldn't subject himself to that kind of a top. Alright, so look, you can sit her down and be like, listen, that's kind of like a whore thing to do. And if she says, no, it's not,
Leave.
yeah,
Run.
exactly. Yeah.
Run.
Yeah, it's your
Run!
obligation. It's your obligation to better yourself by not subjecting yourself to that toxic environment. Leave the business.
Run, and as you're running away, turn around and say, "You whore,"
Right,
and just
I'm
keep
only
running.
calling you bitches because we don't know your names individually. Yeah. Like, now with this OnlyFans, most of them are fucking, you know, what are they? Stage names.
Yeah.
You know, like, no, strip from your own home. Like, it's a lot more classy than going to an actual strip club. You know, like. That's really what OnlyFans is. You know, it's a discount, you know, discount strip club basically kind of like thing, like monthly lump sum deal.
Yeah. If you're the type, and I've been talking a lot about women, right? Now I'm gonna go move on to the men. If you're the type of man to have an OnlyFans subscription, oh man, you are a cuck. You are an absolute cuck. You're a beta. You're a beta male. You're paying all this money monthly. You're giving all these women money. You're giving them tips. You're giving them
For nothing.
donations for what? Nothing. Nothing. You don't get to touch them. You don't get to touch them, dude. You're a cuck. You're a beta. You're a beta male. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're less of a man.
Now I'll call you a sexist. Turns out I have 37 subscriptions. Like fucking.
You're in debt for
monthly,
OnlyFans.
Monthly up to 2,560.
You got 5 credit cards out just trying to juggle your OnlyFans subscriptions.
Right. Imagine. That would just be how? How are you respecting yourself at all in a situation like that?
Yeah.
You're paying somebody money for, can I be honest? Shit content. Horrible content.
Yeah.
Let's be 100% honest. If you go to an actual strip club for actual quality entertainment, you'll get some quality as long as you go to a right kind of place, you know? These are novices in their fucking homes, in their bathrooms. And the people, don't even get me started on the people that are paying for just feet. Who are you? Why did you sign up for any of this? What? Feet? I get it. It's a great thing, but there's just better places to put your money than a monthly OnlyFans subscription to it. I don't think you're respecting yourself properly in that situation. A proper thing to do would be to, actually just try and focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Rather than those urges, as they call it. And that's the important thing. It's hard. It's definitely very hard.
You want to find a respectable woman?
It's not going to be on OnlyFans.
Go to church.
Yeah.
Find a nice church broad.
Yeah, you know what? Can I also be honest? They're literally one of the craziest. You got church, ROTC, and police. Policeman daughters. They grow up just to be the wild card loose cannons. All of them.
Not the church ones. It depends on how devout they are.
I was about to say, it does depend on how devout they are, but most of the ones that I've been with, yeah.
Well, they're clearly not very devout. They clearly don't believe in their faith. I'm talking about real faithful...
Yeah, Amish.
No, I'm talking about real women of faith who
Yeah.
truly believe the things that are being preached to them. Those are the ones you need to find, because if they
Fair
truly are devout,
Fair
if they're of the faith, then they're of the faith, and
I don't know. I just think it's a matter of time breaks everybody, because I knew quite a few very wholesome people in Sunday school, and then 20 some odd years later, OnlyFans happened. You know what I'm saying? They were devout, but time.
Yeah, well,
time
that's
is an
a
erosive
shame.
thing.
That is a shame.
Yeah.
And it does happen.
But again, that also, yet again, loops back to what we were talking about. It's just being encouraged.
Yeah.
Being religious in any capacity, which, full disclosure, he's religious. That's on him. I'm not religious.
I'm a Christian man.
Yep, I'm not religious. That's on me. It's everybody individually, but the concept of religion should not be persecuted as harshly as it is. And I know that you are a Christian man, but can I just get a little scientific here with you? The Christian belief that I believe I heard something about you shouldn't get abortions.
You shouldn't. That's evil.
Evil as you may see it.
You're murdering a baby, Ben.
I know.
You're pro-abortion?
I definitely think that there are some things that can factor into an abortion that science can prove that sometimes it might be a proper choice. There is obviously...
Give me an example.
For example, medical complications that might, for example, affect the baby's... Well...
Nope. The vast majority of medical complicated abortions are the doctor basically saying, oh, well, this might happen. It might happen.
That's true.
Oh, it might.
That's
oh.
true, but I kind of trust the statistical analysis nowadays, man. We've gone a long way.
So what? You're gonna kill your child? What? Because they might be born with Downs. They might be a little slow, so you're gonna kill your kid.
Well, I also, again, strongly draw from the belief that, much like the religious choices on you and on me individually, I think it should also be on people individually as well. And for somebody to
You're taking
hear,
someone's choice. You're taking an unborn human being,
yes, I understand that.
and
I understand.
you're ripping that
And-
choice from them.
And were it centuries ago, I would be on your corner. And if you would like to ask the reason why, well, the reason why is that when this sort of idea was being brought into the Christian faith and the Christian belief, it was super dangerous to get an abortion. Like, you get an abortion and you're aborting yourself typically, as well as the bastard child that you might be scared of the prosecution
You
of.
should, yeah. I mean, if you're willing to kill your kid, you probably should die as well.
All right. I understand that you're a little bit fired up here, but let's walk it down to the diplomatic here. I
Okay.
get you. It's okay.
I just don't like killing kids, dude.
I don't like the concept of killing kids either. But again, with certain things like medical complications, I do in fact trust. I don't roll your eyes. I do in fact trust.
Oh, just because there might be some complications doesn't mean you should be able to snuff out a life.
Well, take into account that snuffing out that life truly is that, snuffing out a life.
Which it is.
Right.
Can you at least agree it is a life? Because a lot of the people, a lot of lefties are like, oh, well, it's not a human, it's not a life. No, it's just a couple of, just a group of cells. No, it's a human life.
It is.
It is a life that is being formed.
Right. It's currently taking process of being made, and no matter what, it's it'll eventually start having a heartbeat. It'll eventually have legs. It'll eventually have a mind and a decision of its own to make. And I get that, but sometimes you can't be in control of everything. Some might say, in my personal opinion, I know I'm not a religious person, but mankind trying to play God was the first sin to begin with. Like the
What do you think an
original sin.
abortion is?
Playing God is, yeah, you can say that, and I understand that, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I'm devil's advocate here with you. Centuries ago, I would be in your corner. Here and now, when mankind's been playing God for so long that we can actually do it
You at
well.
the very least need to recognize that the vast majority of abortions are not medical complications.
No, absolutely. I'm not making any exceptions and excuses for the people that are just like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if I get pregnant, I'll just go get an abortion. If you're not thinking like that, then you should be like, well, I mean, you honestly aren't mature enough to be having sex to begin with, to be honest. Like, it's definitely something that, like, this wasn't supposed to happen, this was not planned. Currently, I either A, cannot offer this child the proper life, which is something that's there, and I've always looked at that and said, it's not really an excuse. We have orphanages and, like, fucking, what's his name? The dude that made Wendy's, he was an orphan. And he, like, became literally the American dream, making burgers for money. Like, so, I think that kind of becomes like a mute point. Like, you should maybe have a child if you're only worried about the child not being able to be provided a proper life, because you could always provide that child an orphanage, which would give them a shot somewhere, somehow. You know, it's a chance.
At the very least, they'll live.
At the very least, they'll live and they'll have a chance to do something with that life. Then, again, when we come down to the medical complications, I was born retarded. I wouldn't necessarily want to take medical complications, especially when my doctor looked at my mother and said, there's a chance that, you know, your child could be born with some of these traits. Are you sure you actually want to go through with having a child? And she said, absolutely, yes. Now, life's been pretty hard trying to deal with ADHD and have, like, cognitive conversations with people, and, you know, like, there's a bunch of difficulties with ADHD just alone, and that's a mild one.
Right.
You know, like, so I personally, again, centuries ago, 100% in your corner. Nowadays, 30% in your corner. I can't give you the larger half because we just have enough information nowadays that doctors can gather.
Well, it's not the large half. You're on that's the smaller half.
No, I'm giving you.
Most abortions are not medical. The most abortions are not like.
No, no,
because
no.
of
I'm giving you
medical
like as far as support percentage. Like I support you 30% because you're right. Sorry, no, you are right. Yeah. So I guess technically, as applied to statistics, I would be supporting you for a larger percentage versus I'm thinking all of the medical because there's a lot of medical complications that can come with a child.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
If you-
stumble.
But if
stumble the
if
wrong-
you're worried about medical complications, don't have a kid.
I think I started right there. If you're having a child and you already know that you shouldn't be, then like you're obviously mature enough to be having intercourse in the first place. Like I don't want to get too digressed here, but again, just looping back and coming up from the bottom. I will never support somebody that is going out as, say, a prostitute, just letting people bust all kinds of nuts and getting an abortion once every day. Like, I know it's not exactly like that, but you get my point.
Yeah.
Like, I will never justify that because, to be honest, it's a waste of resources. It's disrespectful to yourself, harmful to your own mental stability, all those things. And then again, when it comes down to those small things where a doctor looks at you and is like, my child might have a chance to have ADHD. Give me some time to make a hard decision because it's a hard decision. You can't look at me and, well, actually you can because, you are who you are.
Yeah.
Like, you're entitled to do whatever the fuck you want. But you can't look at me and blame me for taking 5 or 6 hours to make a very hard decision. I only had 5 or 6 hours to make that decision.
The way I see it personally, if you're the type of person to have an abortion, maybe it is you that should be aborted. Just throwing that out there.
It's out there. And, I don't think...
It is out there.
I don't think that you're... Again, sexual maturity is something that's a must. You really need to understand and weigh the power of affecting... Because, alright, so you're familiar with population statistics, right? You can see how that's a problem, right?
What?
Population?
No. I do not see that as a problem at all.
Not at all.
No.
Not even a little.
Nope. I do not.
I think you're right in a lot of regards, but you're wrong in a lot of regards. And I said that like Trump for a reason because I thought you'd think it's funny. You're not laughing. But think of it this way. With the current population that we have and the insufficiency of the means of transportation, it's not a matter of power. It's not a matter of coal. It's not a matter of metal or steel or anything. It's a matter of efficiency that makes the population...
We have more than enough resources.
Exactly, we do.
To take
we do,
care of.
but we don't have the efficiency to distribute those resources. Because I'm sorry, Kenny.
I disagree.
I'm sorry, Kenny. I am very sorry, but Poland Springs does not come from the Saudi Arabian desert.
It comes from Maine.
It comes from all over the place.
Poland Spring, it comes from Maine.
Really?
So
Only exclusively from Maine.
As far as I'm aware, yes. It's
All right.
sourced from Maine.
Why Poland Springs then?
I don't know.
Why would they go for that?
It's a
Maybe
Nestle.
they're
It's a
Polish.
Nestle company.
Is Nestle Polish?
No, it's Maine.
Okay. Anyway, my point being still, we lack a very sufficient manner to distribute a lot of these goods. So like, for example, here in America, we're super great at
What
it.
do you need to distribute?
Okay.
Get
so
your shit
what-
locally.
Alright. So what do you know of truckers?
What about them? Well, I don't see what you're getting at all. I don't think there's a population problem at all. At all.
I disagree heavily because there is in fact a very mass populace that. Okay, so the planet entirely has a lot of stuff, right? So like here in America, we're perfectly fine, right?
Yeah.
You'll never have a problem in your life going down to a convenience store. You know, where the fuck's a convenience store in the middle of the Saudi Arabian fucking desert?
Well, that's more of a societal problem.
That is more of a societal problem.
It's not a population problem.
Population just complicates. Okay, so when you have problem solving, it's much like trying to unwire a bunch of headphones that you just keep throwing in your headphone drawer because you just keep getting new pairs of headphones. Never done that? Just me?
Look, you can grow plants and you can raise animals
Yeah.
and breed animals to eat. I don't
Right.
see the problem.
Fair enough. I don't know. I think we've done a lot looking into the way that multiplication happens in very rapid rates nowadays, specifically because women empowerment and they're just getting out there more. They're all about it, as they say nowadays, right? They're still saying all about it, right?
I guess.
Yeah. I really do think that there is a population problem in the aspect of when you look at it fundamentally from here in America, we have how many people on this?
Like 8 billion.
Is that accurate? You know?
Yeah.
I was about to say I can grab my Google and we can start googling things just to throw like proper numbers out there.
You know, every single person in the entire planet would be able to live in the space of the state of Texas.
Yes, currently.
Yeah.
Currently. I understand.
So where's the population problem?
Well, the population problem is how fast that will change.
It doesn't happen fast, though.
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
It takes 9 months for one child to be born. Sometimes the occasional situation, multiple childs. So just on a basis, it takes 9 months for one, typically, right?
Okay.
How many months are in a year?
12.
Right, so that's the population of females, because females
They're not
are
pumping out babies every 9 months.
they're not pumping them out every 9 months, but it's not necessarily every single female anyway. There are people, so the current population number of females, because females are the only people that can bear and give birth to children, right? So when you're talking about population expansion,
Pull out your phone right now.
Yep.
Google population rates.
what is the U.S. population rate? What?
Listen.
Hold on. Okay, so the annual change is 0.5%. So
Yeah, that sounds
right
real
there.
scary.
So right there.
Sounds real scary.
So right there, you could eat a dick. I'll go ahead and say it. Not yet.
Yeah.
There's no
That sounds real
population.
frightening, Ben.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry I bought the propaganda, man. It's just they're right though.
It
They're
is
right.
propaganda
They're right. It is another couple
perpetrated by Bill Gates because Bill Gates wants to destroy humanity. He wants to kill us.
I get you, but that right there. That would take fucking generations.
Yeah.
That would take, oh my god, not even like millennia. Media sucks, man. I hate the media. Because I always feel so stupid when I don't even just think the question. You know, I'm like, oh, it's the media. You know, this guy's done something that I've Google searched before and it was right. Why would I not trust him now? Bam! Like, thanks, Bill Nye. You were right about those stars, but you were fucking wrong. Oh shit, I know I said Bill Nye.
I hate Bill Nye. We're put on this. Bill Nye?
Bill Nye, the Russians, fuck.
Fuck Bill Nye.
Dude, alright, you gotta at least admit, sorry, that the theme song's catchy as fuck.
Yeah, it used to be back in the day.
Right, no, yeah, not the other one. I'm talking about Bill Nye, the science guy.
As soon as Bill Nye went on television, and as soon as Bill Nye went on television and said, gender is a spectrum. Yeah, fuck Bill Nye.
Well, no. I already said this many a times to you. I'll disclose it to the current audience watching so that way they can understand. I will never fault a smart enough man to save face by pandering to those fucking cuts.
I will.
You can all you want because but whatever that energy is, I'll just move along. I'll wave him along. That Jedi mind trick worked on me, bro.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
No.
Yep.
No, Bill Nye's a cuck, dude. Because it's not pandering. He believes that.
Are you
Dude,
sure?
you know
Are
Bill.
you sure?
Yes, and
I really think
you realize, look up,
value.
Google Bill Nye's credentials. He's not even a real fucking scientist.
Well, I mean, I know he's not a real scientist, but he does dabble in.
No, he's a fucking TV guy.
Yeah,
Bill Nye, the TV
does
guy. He's not a
dabble in
fucking
reading
scientist.
Okay, wait a second.
There's a reason why they call him a science guy,
Bill
not a
Nye's
scientist.
credentials. I don't even know if that's proper. Bill Nye, the science guy. Okay, what's wrong with Cornell University?
What did he major?
Oh. What does it say what he majored in?
Oh, I wonder why.
What did Bill Nye major in Cornell University? Alright, attends Cornell University and study aerospace engineering. Mechanical aerospace engineering. Enthusiasm for science attended astronomy classes. Okay. He graduated with a mechanical engineering degree.
Mechanical engineering. What the hell does that have to do with human biology? And what does that have to do with him going on national television telling everyone gender is some social construct and it's on a fucking continuum? Fuck you. Stick to your fucking stars, Bill Nye. Stick to your stars.
Yeah. Sheesh. No, I get you. But I'll look at you and I'll go like this. Just because you majored in mechanical engineering and space stuff doesn't mean that you can't do a lot of other stuff. Because right there, I gotta look to you and I'll say, my already understanding of space exploration.
How many genders are there, Ben?
There's two. All right. Back to the topic.
Okay.
My understanding of space and what is it? What was the thing that is
Mechanical engineering?
Yeah, it's mechanical engineering, but it's
Astronomy.
specifically astronomy and space mechanical engineering.
Looking at the stars.
My point is that you have to know a little bit about physics, specifically, at least, which suggests education that maybe he didn't major in, maybe don't have PhDs for, but he put probably resources into and research into. So I wouldn't say that he might not be, and it specifically said that his interest deepened after his completion of that course. So I get what you're saying. No, I know. He went out on live television in my mind, pandered, like a smart person would, to a place where they'll just cancel you and ruin your life as best as they can, because spite is right. You know, remember that saying, might is right? Spite is right. Yeah. Cancel culture. So, Bill Nye saved face by saying that gender is a spectrum. And, technically, there's two genders, and technically, you know, if I put some colored lines, I could call a spectrum of it, but in reality, the only two things that physically exist and, like, are actually occurring in nature are technically three, because for that, but, like,
Those don't count. That's an abnormal.
but it does occur in nature. It's abnormal to occur in nature, but it does happen to occur in nature. So, flip a coin, throw it in, just because. Just maybe give them three genders, you know, just to shut them up. Like, you got male, female, hermaphrodite.
Yeah, but hermaphrodites, it's literally like, it's like a 1 in a million, and you lean one way or the other. A lot of people don't
Right.
even realize that they're hermaphrodites, because they got woman's parts, and then like, oh, deep inside we found this little tiny, you know, 1 millimeter, like, oh wow, didn't know that was there.
Right. Maybe I'm a hermaphrodite.
Maybe you
Just
are.
haven't found my vagina yet. Hey! Anyway, but no, it saves face in my opinion. You can't convince me any otherwise unless you can literally guarantee me an off-the-record interview with Bill Nye the Science Guy, which I don't think you
Saving
can.
face would be to not talk about it. Saving face doesn't mean to, you know,
No,
perpetuate to the other side. Like,
no, because in today's society, if you're not with us, then you're against us.
we should have been against him then. Bill Nye is a cunt.
Yeah,
There's
but I
nothing you
think
can say otherwise.
everybody knew when the Nazis came marching through, the people that actually resisted the might were the first ones to die, and I think Bill Nye just doesn't want to be the first one to go down. You know, he's more than content to
Then he's a pussy.
let Gina Carrera go down and all these other people, and he'll save his face.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and I don't blame him
that's-
for that, because you know
I
there
do.
was a lot of German people that lived in fear of the Third Reich. You know, and it's marching through our streets today, maybe in a little different way, in a little bit of different context, but still there. Concept of oppression. They go too deep. You go too far down the rabbit hole.
I just don't like Bill Nye.
I don't mind him, dude. His theme song's catchy as fuck.
I don't like science.
I do like science.
Science is bullshit. It is.
The gods rained fire, and then because we sacrificed this virgin, they gave us fruit.
Now you're just being retarded.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was leveling with
No.
you. Yeah, my bad.
One day you'll wake up and you'll realize that dinosaurs never existed.
Dinosaurs never existed.
They never existed, man.
So what are those bones? Just give me it.
Huh?
Just lay it down for me. What were those bones?
There are no bones.
Yeah?
No.
Grandpa?
Nope.
Out of sight, out of mind, or
No, Ben, alright.
like the stuff that's in the back of your car, it's not there? Like,
Do you know how many dinosaur skeletons there are in this world?
how many?
Take a guess. Do you know?
Probably a lot that aren't discovered, you know, because the way the dirt works,
Okay.
goes
Alright.
down.
How many? Okay, then. Alright, I'll pander to you. How many are discovered?
Saving face already.
How many are discovered?
See, now I won't cancel you.
How many are discovered?
Probably like low 15%. Right?
2.
2 discovered.
There's 2 dinosaur skeletons in this world.
Oh wait, are you not talking about fossils?
Ooh.
You're not including fossils?
Why would I include
Fossilization?
fossils?
Because fossilization is the direct imprint of mineral to mineral, essentially.
How could there? Let me put it this way. How could there be dinosaur bones that are hundreds of millions of years old when the planet's only been around for less than 7,000 years?
Where did we carbon date the planet?
Huh?
Great Tom? When did we carbon date the planet? I did not hear about that.
The Bible.
Oh. I hate to tell you this. So there was a large portion of time where Ugg Ugg didn't know anything more than just stab, stab, club, club.
Yeah.
And there was no Bible. There was nothing else. There was the Bible. I love you. You know.
No, the Earth is
Flat.
no, the Earth's not flat.
All right.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Flat Earthers is controlled opposition.
Yeah,
It's
right.
controlled
No, I've
opposition
heard
to
of
make
that.
people
I've heard
like
of that.
me
Right.
look
Looks
bad.
ridiculous.
Dinosaurs aren't real. Evolution is a lie. The Big Bang is a lie.
Oh, what? Big Bang?
Big Bang is a lie. Evolution is a lie. Yes.
So, God made everything, which I'm not going to knock it until I try it. Right? But, great south, sir. Where doth thou oil come from? Yeah, we're just looping back to the dinosaur thing. Where doth thine oil come from?
I don't know.
Alright, so, I mean, if God can explain that, I'm gonna go take a piss. Yeah. Take your time, communion with God. Get back to me on that. I love you. My buddy.
Thor, come here. Come here, buddy. Hey, can you tell these lovely folk? Hey, come here. Come here. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. No, look at the camera. The camera's over here. The camera's over here. No, over here. Thor, tell these lovely folk that the dinosaurs aren't real. Tell these lovely folk that the dinosaurs aren't real.
Rather than try and change either of our minds, because I'm very flexible. I like to have fun. Right?
Don't look at them, because they're brainwashed.
Right, no, I know. But, what do you believe?
What do I believe in?
Yeah.
I believe in the Bible.
Okay. And so, like, what? Are you like a stone to death kind of guy, or do you like believe in public execution or lethal injection, or
What do you mean?
right? Like, so you say science is bullshit? Like, you know, like
No,
elaborate.
it's not that
Elaborate.
science. It's just that people believe that science is real. It's not. Science is a theory that's ever changing.
I agree. However, some of these theories have been locked in effect. That's what we
Like
call.
what?
That's what we call laws of physics.
All right, what do you explain when something breaks the laws of physics?
An undocumented event, as far as I'm aware. That being said, we do make commitments to the laws of physics. Like, for example, what is it? It was a concept that James was trying to tell me, like time. Time was written down as a law of physics at a certain point where we just assumed that it was forever, ongoing, 100% indefinite, forever. And then we went up into space and we learned that time was relative.
Yeah.
That was a discovery. So we wrote this thing down and then we were like, wrote something else in its place, kind of.
Exactly, that's my point. We don't know, we theorize.
We do theorize and we do lock things in, but you have to understand that with time comes the full understanding of each and everything.
I don't think we'll ever fully understand it.
Well, I mean, think of it as far as, like, for example, weapons manufacturing.
Yeah.
You make a bigger gun, you make armor. You make a bigger gun that goes through that armor, you make better armor. Tit, tat, tit, tat, keeps climbing the ladder. Same thing with the laws of physics. You eventually keep on finding things, you eventually keep on discovering things, and James was trying to suggest perhaps outside of our solar system, the laws of physics don't actually apply. And to that, I laughed. But because it's scientific theory, technically anything he says could be true. So I can't look at him and say, no, obviously that's not true, because we haven't tried to bring a person outside of our known solar system. If we were to, though, I have a very, very sneaking suspicion that it will be exactly like this. However, once we actually break the field of reference, what is it? The field of, it's to have like impact or control over something. Influence. Right. Once you leave the sphere of influence, I feel like we will just be exactly like we are here in the solar system, just free from influence of gravity from that specific cosmic anomaly, while in transit through possibly, think of it this way, you got one person representing one cosmic anomaly of the solar system, then another solar system over here, right? And then that space in between the two solar systems, because of their separate gravitational poles, might just kind of be like a taut rope. Does that make sense?
You lost me. I don't care anymore.
Fair enough. Anyway, the concept still stems. Science is, in fact, not always proven. How we say not always proven. I'm just trying to find a line that we can agree on, That's my end of the day thing, because end of the game, demonetization. End of the day thing. I want to try and find something that we can agree on in these differing opinions. I understand that you don't necessarily believe in a lot of these things. I don't know. I haven't been swayed yet, so I can't lead love with you. Need sunglasses?
Once you realize that everything that you've been told is a lie,
Well, I already realized that.
you'll begin to understand.
I already realized that, but I feel like I've been realized that and can see some truths around the lies. I think maybe you're just getting a little bit too paranoid in your bunker.
The truth behind this.
Exactly. I think maybe you're just getting a little bit too paranoid in your bunker. You know? And like, to be honest, I can't scientifically prove that God didn't make all of existence. Like, for 100% honesty, let's think of it like this. If I were God, I would most definitely just sprinkle a little bit of dinosaur bones just to make us wonder. Like, just to make us think, like, oh, look at this fucking big ass skull with these fucking massive sharp teeth, dude. They're gonna be like, what the fuck was that thing?
Like, it's not that alright, Ben. There's only been 2 created dinosaur skeletons on the planet. You have to realize they're just fucking putting bones together like a jigsaw puzzle
Right.
and pretending like this was a real thing.
But like, you can see similarities in bone structure through generations, and that's where they get that basis. That's the only thing that I'm saying to you. And again, I'm not saying that it's not God who did that. I'm not saying that you're wrong, because again, getting to the premise of what you said, science is bullshit, I can agree to you that science is technically most often unproven. Without proof. So to an extent, if I can extend it to you this way, you might just have to have faith.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Dog's over there feeding elbow. Well, I don't know, man. I'm definitely not going to say God didn't make everything, because I don't know. I definitely would laugh if I did go to say something like that, and then on a clear blue day like this, just a clap of lightning right next to me. We're both sitting in electrical conductive metal chairs, and like, I'm the one. Like, bang! Right there on live stream. Yeah, that would be the day that you'd know. Maybe I should say it. For science? Nah, I don't trust it. I'm a God-fearing man. No, hey, listen, I did come around to a few things that you were right about before. I'm not saying it can't happen again. That's why I don't speak in affirmatives on things that I don't know for sure.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I also, even when I was talking about that tug of war rope situation in between intergalactic travel? Galaxy? Galactic? Anyway, whatever you would call it, it might be more like a tightrope, but who knows? I just imagine it would translate to more acceleration for less anything.
What if I told you
Listen.
that heavy metals are linked to autism?
Like heavy metal music?
No, but heavy metals.
I was going to say, after that you lost me. Anyway,
Heavy metals
heavy metals. Right.
are linked to autism.
Like brain damage?
Come on, I mean,
No,
come on.
I just don't follow. Like how? What's up? Like lead?
Yeah, like
Lead, yeah. Lead's very
heavy metal.
Right, heavy metal.
It's linked to autism.
Right, lead.
More than just lead, mercury, other
Oh,
heavy metals in
lots,
the earth
lots of poisonous stuff. Right.
are linked to autism. And if I told you there's a lot of heavy metals in vaccines,
I wouldn't be very surprised. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of vaccines that cause autism. Pretty sure the government knows what they're doing.
yeah.
Do you? Anyway, but I feel like I can't agree to that. Yeah, there's a very few many toxic metals. I just didn't see necessarily the point until you got to the vaccine.
Vaccines cause autism. That's the point.
Right. No, we've been there, done that. Done deal. I agree.
Right.
Yep. And that's science too.
Yes.
That's science. It's scientifically proven that vaccines cause autism. So, where's your God now? Oh, I'm so glad to be able to use that line. Yo, pick her up. Pick her up.
No.
wanted to show the camera. I think she knows that I'm going to try and pick her up. She knows I don't come over to her for any other reason than to pick her up.
I'm hungry.
You hungry? Fine. I don't really got it. Literally ate like the last piece of pizza and it was like a day old pizza. Well, a night old. Night old pizza.
I think I'm gonna end the stream so I can order some food.
Well, it's been a great stream. How long has it run?
Hour and 40 minutes.
Oh wow. Expected we could have gotten more than that, but oh well.
Feels like longer.
Yeah. Enjoy, guys.
I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna order some food. I might stream again after. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. But it's been nice talking to you guys.
All right.